Okay, everybody, let's recap the lesson today. So what happens today is we talked about those really weird equations when sometimes it's like going to be no solution or possibly all solutions. All right, so what does that mean? Well, on page 265 we looked at a problem. So consider this, 2 equals 2. Yeah, that always happens when 2 equals 2. So, but what if you get an answer like this? So we created a problem. We start with 2 equals 2 and work backwards. We say, okay, came from an x plus 2 equals x plus 2, okay? And then we made a bigger problem out of it. And then, so we multiplied both sides by 3. Then we made a bigger problem out of it by subtracting 4x. So if this were the original question, how would we know that eventually the x's would drop out, we get 2 equal 2? Well, if we do know at some point in time, minus x, the x's drop out, and you can't solve for x. So if you can't solve for x, there's no x is gone, you get 2 equals 2. 2 is equal to 2 always. So I asked the kids, and they said, well, where do you recognize it? Well, right here, we have the exact same thing. 3 times x plus 2 minus 4x equals 3 times x plus 2 minus 4x. We know that that's the exact same expression. As we solve it, we'll eventually get in a statement like 2 equals 2, which we know is all real numbers. One answer could be infinity, I would take that, or the cursive r, which means all real numbers, okay? And then we looked at the other possibility. What if 2 equals 3, which 2 does not equal 3, by the way. If we start out with 2 equals 3, we add x's to both sides, and then multiplied by 3 both sides, and then I subtracted 4x, okay? So then at what point in time do you know that it's not going to work? Well, you get all the way down to here. And you go minus x, and you get 2 equals 3. There is no x. X equals what? Well, there is no x, so we say, okay, well, that's going to be no solution. You could also use this symbol, the empty set, okay? So if all your x's are gone, x has disappeared, it's either going to be a true statement, which is all real numbers, or it's going to be an untrue statement, 2 does not equal 3. X's are gone, empty set, no solution, okay? So then we looked at this last problem in the back. If 2 equals 3x, and I asked the kids, okay, well, what's the answer? One solution, no solution, or all solutions. And they were a little bit confused, but we solved it. First thing we did was we just went minus 2x. So it gives me 0 equals 1x, or x equals 0. And that is an answer. 0 is an answer. You can plot a point on the number line. So one solution, x equals 0. And then we had, as a homework assignment, we had a worksheet on skills review from page 120. So if you need to get that worksheet from me, come find me. That's all I have.